There, I'm Matt Sperling. I'm going to talk about some of the do's and don'ts of shuffling at a Magic tournament. First of all, here's what I typically see from players. They'll take the opponent's deck. This is mostly about shuffling the opponent's deck. Shuffling your deck, just make sure you're not looking at it, and then your typical methods are probably fine. I haven't even shuffled the same way when you're shuffling your deck. That's what I usually do. Here, what I see is a player with the deck tilted now. I can see the bottom card with a little bit of effort, and more importantly, it looks like I might be able to see the bottom card, so that's inappropriate. First mistake here is that the bottom of the deck is facing me, where I can easily have it facing away from me, and when I move it to the left, now there's no question. So here's the real method you want to start practicing. Deck to the left and face looking to the right. Now my eyes can go, my field of vision can still return to here, but not all the way over here. And importantly, I can see my opponent's eyes. So I'm making eye contact with my opponent, seeing what they're doing while we're both shuffling, let's say, each other's decks. Meanwhile, my deck is off to the left, it's tilted downward. Again, everything is biased away from the bottom of the deck where I might be able to get a look at it. Another technique is also, I like to shuffle, almost all sleeves shuffle better with the deck upside down because you're going closed corner to closed corner as opposed to the top, which is an open sleeve. Another thing to be aware of, that's going to help you when you're practicing, just be able to do it without looking. Because I know part of it makes you uncomfortable at first is just that you can't see the deck when you're doing this. But that's the key. Look away, I'm looking at my opponent. All right, great. Now, when I return, I like to also make sure that when you do one shuffle with the top into the middle, the next shuffle the bottom into the middle, that means that you don't know the position of the top or bottom card. That's also critical. That gives me confidence when I see my opponent doing that. They don't know the position of the deck. Also, when I'm done, I'll like to cut it down. Cut it down means that the top card was now somewhere in the middle of the deck. That's the most randomized part. I'm less likely to have any knowledge about the middle of my deck. So that's the basic technique of the look away, hold to the left shuffle. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.